What it is, focus your homeboy Ferg back again with another episode of the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on something. I got my brothers here with me. T, what the business is, dog?
Go watch the movie Hustle.
Oh, straight like that.
Just like that.
Straight like that. Straight like that. Caesar Leo, what the business is, brother?
God is the greatest. Glad to be with you, as always.
Already. In America, y'all know this is sponsored by Statement Tees. That Statement Tees, every t-shirt you wear makes a statement. Young dig. Make sure you shop with Statement Tees on statementteesllc.com or follow us on Facebook. Hit us up for some custom that you might like. Also, make sure you're down with everything IG Entertainment. We just dropped an epic interview with somebody I now consider an OG, and C. Lee McInnes, former professor at Jackson State University, acclaimed writer, Prince scholar. If you need some wisdom, if you need some game,
real game.
Real game, you understand? Go watch all 6 parts of that interview. Yeah, 6 parts. I said that's right. It's epic, but it's game. It's full of game. You understand? So make sure you keep up with all things IG Entertainment. But this is Put It On Some, so let's go ahead and get into it. Currently, as we tape, the NBA Finals is tied at 2-2. It's like they've been going back and forth, like it's a tennis match. You know what I'm saying? The Celtics opened up first. Warriors evened it at 1-1. Celtics came back, went up 2-1. Had a lot of folks saying it's over. Had a lot of folks saying that they just can't beat these boys. Woo, woo, woo. And then Steph said, "Hold my beer." Hold it. With Mama in the stands, with who some is speculating with her new man, with Daddy in the stands, with who some is speculating is his new woman, and then some are speculating that their new man and woman used to be together. It's all over the place, America.
They used to be man and woman.
And that boy didn't care nothing about that on. He didn't care nothing about what Boston crowd had going on. He didn't care what Draymond had going on.
No, sir.
That boy said, give me the ball.
Yeah.
And let me work.
Yeah.
Legendary performance by Wardell. And my brothers know I'm one of them ones that I've gotten they put the critic jacket on me, I think. Well, I'm not a critic. It's just I'll be wanting. I be wanting more.
Yeah.
You know, to my pause. I
was about to. It's okay. It's all right. All right. It's okay.
But America, I'm gonna throw it to my brother Tim G. Jacob for his takeaways mid-finals edition. Okay, T, what should America be focused on after 4 games of these finals?
Don't get caught up with the shiny new toy. Okay? The shiny new toy is Boston. It's everybody's darling right now. They're supposed to be the presumptuous beasts of the East for years to come. They're supposed to be, they did what they did to the Nets, quite frankly, as they put it after game 1. Or game 2, whatever it was, game 3, where it was just like, it's a wrap. They're just bigger, they're just stronger, they're just whatever. But you know what they don't have? They don't have championship game experience. And that means the world in this situation. It didn't matter how reckless Boston was, the crowd. It didn't matter how many expletives they threw out there in game 4, because I'm sure it was not PG in that crowd. It was not. So Wardell, Stephen Curry is special. We're at a point now in Wardell, Stephen Curry's career. This is the tape right here for me. We're at the point now in his career that we're trying to place him in history, wherever we want to place him. Okay. Some people got him as high as 5, inside they 5. Some got him so low as 20. You've heard all these critics and all these so-called people that got these takes.
I've heard top 30 from somebody.
I've heard top 30. That's it. That was it. That was Paul Pierce.
No,
was it Antoine Walker or Paul Pierce?
I think that was Antoine Walker with that
okay.
one. I don't know what
Pierce Walker. All right. Okay. But again, you're trying to figure out now where to put the greatness of this man. That's where we at. He's already great. All-time great. All-time forever until the day basketball doesn't exist great. Okay? What you saw from that guy the other night was one of them situations where he just said, it's on me again, and I'm going to just do what I do. Now, we question him sometimes in clutch situations. That's fair. He's not Michael. He's not Kobe. I will admit that. If they put one of them lists out on Facebook that said pick these 3, Steph's getting picked 100% of the time. I'm not picking that guy. But maybe we found something out about Steph in this situation the other night. And that is he just don't care. Just go do it. Just go do it. We asked the question in game 1? I think we talked about it the other week. We said, who was Clay? Who out of Clay and Steph was going to decide to go get a bucket? All right. I think they might have made the adjustments and figured out that, look, Steph said, look, I got the buckets and I'll make the right plays. If they double me or if they take something away from me, I'll make the right plays. But Steph's the MVP. Steph could win or lose. If he loses, I think he should still be the MVP, in my opinion. I don't think Tatum has been this great. They're bashing Tatum now, and that's another take I'll get to in a minute. But I think Steph's your MVP. I got 2 more takes on this game. And I'm sure y'all will get to the Draymond thing. But maybe Draymond Green's got to go. Maybe it's time to send him home. Maybe it's time. I know a lot of franchises like to be loyal, super loyal to guys that have been there through it all, and I get it.
You say let him begin his second career.
I say go ahead and go and get your podcast going.
Go ahead and get on Inside the NBA full time.
I mean the money's there. I'm sure the contract's on the table.
The man making $25 million right now, though. They're not going to give him that.
That's fair. But I can't keep giving him $25 million for 5, 5, and 5. I just can't do it.
Said this man giving you a fast food special.
Yeah, that slick sounded like the 4 for 4 or something. Wendy's.
Right. I feel like I was in Wendy's right then.
And don't get me wrong. I really think Draymond Green is a talent. He is the best intangible player ever. Probably ever.
You got him
y'all like superlatives on this show.
You got him over Worm.
Y'all like hyperbole on this show.
Probably got him over Worm.
Y'all incredible, man.
Because the distraction that was Worm is not Draymond.
Draymond cost his team a finals. By everybody's estimation, 2016.
I don't see it that way like everybody say they do. I don't see it that way. I think Draymond is Draymond. That's just what he is. He is who he is. He is energy, but he's not out of control. Dennis was out of control at times. Like straight up out of control. You know what you was gonna get with Dennis. I don't see Draymond as out of control.
Then that lets me know that you not have a cousin that's an NBA ref, because they might say otherwise.
Well, if that's the case, then he needs to let me know about the lien on the books too, because he could be point shading for me as well, like Marcus Smart and them doing. But that's another story.
And then look at him. All right now.
Third take. If Boston wants to win this series, they've got to be the bully. Straight up. Like, Draymond should be in foul trouble every game. Looney should be outmatched. And Tatum has got to start taking advantage of the switches. And when he gets switched on Steph, and I know they're trying to do a good job of like giving Steph help, but if he gets switched on Steph, it's BBQ all night. It should be. Jaylen Brown appears to me like he really, really wants this. Like his energy and what he's doing on both ends of the floor, he wants this series bad. Marcus Smart does. As my sister likes to call him, Old Spice Al Horford does as well. That's her nickname for Al Horford. Old Spice. That's what my sister calls him, Old Spice. She put that out there. I'm a roll with it.
That dude show was where that man go?
I don't know, man. She calls him Old Spice. But they've got to really, really play within what they do best. And they're not doing what they do best to me. And that's just pounding away. I think they got to get away from the three ball and use their size and strength to take advantage of the size difference. I just don't think they're using their size difference to their advantage. And so, and if you give these guys room, Steph, Clay, you give them room, it's on. It's just going to be on. And it seemed like Boston just gets scared once Steph hits 3 or 4 shots. Once he gets going, it's like they start overthinking it. It's like they just do too much defensively to try to stop him. Push up on him, make him drive, make Clay beat you. Don't let Steph beat you. Make Clay beat you. They got 3 guys that can guard Steph. Make somebody else beat you. Mm-hmm. I mean, to me, it's just that simple. And I get it, you know, the depth and everything is a difference maker too. I think the depth is a difference maker too. I think when they can spell guys, Golden State can, like they can sit Curry and put Poole in, and Poole's making good plays. He's not playing like he was played in the regular season, but he's made some really good plays here in the last couple games, done some good things. Guys like GP2, I'm sorry. And then I missed him. Even Bajelica in the game looked great. Looked really good. You know,
Otto Porter.
Oh, Otto Porter, that's the guy. I don't know why you brought him up because he wasted a lot of money in Chicago, but that's neither here nor there.
I thought that's who you were looking for.
Thanks for that. Thanks for sending me back. Thanks, bud. But that's what my takes from the series, because they're evenly matched. If you really go and look at the numbers in this game, in this matchup, like points wise, total points, both teams are like the Warriors outscored them by 1 point. Mm-hmm. I know all the games been blowouts, or double-digit victories, however you want to look at it. But like the returns of 3-pointers, both teams have made the same amount of threes. Both teams have basically equal on rebounds. That's the surprising part to me. I think assist-wise, I think Boston has more assists. I think like 4 more assists they average across this series than Golden State. And a lot of it is because Steph just got to shoot. But it's fairly evenly matched. And like Ray said, last week, it's the new NBA. And you're going to see blowout after blowout after blowout. Like, no longer are we going to get those games, I think. I don't know if we'll ever get a game in this series where it's like, okay, it comes down to a drawn up last play. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if we'll get that. I think it's just going to be one swing to the next. So, but hey, I guess this ain't the 90s. So we just got to deal with it.
Well, Draymond says that's a good thing that it's not the 90s. Because them boys couldn't hoop. Let Draymond tell it.
Okay.
Man.
Caesar, what are your thoughts on Tim G takeaway, man? Let me make sure I got them again now. That Boston is the shining new toy that we should not get enamored with. Okay. They don't have the championship mentality. It may be time to move on from Draymond Green, says Tim G. Jacob.
Just may be time.
And that last take, was that an official call out of Jason Tatum? Is that what I got?
No. That was a call out of the whole of Boston in terms of their team, their size, their advantages. They're not taking advantage of them.
Okay. Gotcha.
They're just not.
That Boston's not using their physicality to their advantage.
Yeah.
All right. What are your thoughts on those takeaways, Caesar?
100% correct. When it comes to Boston not using their physicality,
I know that Coach Udoka was speaking more to the turnovers in that timeout. And I can't think of the name of the NBA reporter who tweeted this out, but he said that Udoka used a timeout at one point in this series to ask his guys, "Hey man, will y'all stop playing like a-holes?" He didn't say a-holes. He used the full terminology.
He did.
But
I've known a man to do something like that.
we we both do. But
Shout
it's
out
just
to Keith Barnes, our high school coach.
it's just a real question to ask, and it goes back to TJ's point though of these guys not having that championship experience, that medal to fall back on, because your coach has to tell you stop doing dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Again, Steph Curry went slap off, but the Celtics were still in the game.
Yeah.
That goes to show that like this man can have an incredible game and you can still beat the Warriors. That's why I picked the Celtics, because I think they have every piece that they need to be successful every night. So that was my reason in picking them, but it's also the reason why I still think they can get this series done, because Steph went off and it took still the last 3 minutes of the game for us to figure out who was going to win it. With Steph Curry, the Celtics should be thankful that he is not a killer like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, any of these guys throughout history. Because if he had a mentality if he really had a mentality, like in game 4, he just realized that a lot of guys on his team weren't getting off like that. So he said, I'm in a rhythm. I'm just going to keep shooting it. But what if Steph Curry thought like that all the time? What if he was aggressive all the time? That's been really my only slight for Steph offensively, is like, dude, sometimes you are too passive because you're such a nice guy.
Yeah.
You're like the nicest superstar I ever met. Like if Kobe Bryant makes his first 3 shots, you may not see the ball anymore that night.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson, even big guys like Shaq. If Shaq gets rolling with 3 in a row, keep giving him the rock.
Yep.
Steph Curry can make 3 threes, and then all of a sudden he will say, "Let me see how Pool's for the night. Let me make sure Clay's taken care of." Man, forget that. Shoot that. Everybody on your team wants you to shoot that because you're the greatest guy to ever do that. So on the part of Steph, we could easily see Steph come out on this next game and have 20 points just because he doesn't engage himself in that way. That's always been my slight with him. If Steph Curry had a killer streak in him, man, this series would be easier for the Warriors to win. They have a chance of winning it by all means, but it could be a much easier chance. I would pick the Warriors if I thought Steph Curry was the guy to just go out and just rip out your heart. But he's not. So that's why I lean more towards the Celtics, because they have just that much more talent and cohesiveness right now, if you ask me. When it comes to Draymond, we'll talk about this, in a later segment. But for Draymond, it's you got to figure out what you can do and, more importantly, what you can't do. You're reaching an age where your skills are starting to decline, and the things that made you great, you don't do those at a high clip anymore, but you're drawing more attention to yourself than you ever have because of your past accomplishments. So it's kind of like you are doing stuff in reverse. You know what I mean? You should stop talking now and let your game speak for itself, rather than in the past you did that and then you talk on the back end. So it's just, for Draymond, he's talking like he's the first and second option when we all know he's the third or fourth option, and you just got to be that guy for your team right now. Overall, man, it's just like I thought it would be, game for game. Like I said on last week's show, just when this series got started, don't be shocked if you see that pendulum swing the other way, where it's a dramatic win for the other team, and then you come back the other way. I do think it's going 7. I could be wrong on that, but just the way that this game is being played, you have a superior team in the Celtics, if you ask me, but then you have championship experience for the Warriors that doesn't allow them to be out of this series. So that's why I think it's such an evenly matched series, and we'll see how it goes. 2 great coaching staffs. That's why these teams are so evenly matched too. Mike Brown sometimes gets a bad rap, but he is probably the top assistant coach in the game, because he can make adjustments on the fly and tell Steve when you need to do something, like, I don't know, pull a Draymond Green. You know what I mean? Like those things are very important to have an assistant coach around you to challenge you on things sometimes too, man. So Shout out to Mike Brown and for Steve Kerr for trusting his staff. Shout out to Coach Udoka for trusting his staff on when to bring in guys and sit guys as well. So evenly matched all the way through, man. And I'm excited to see it. Like I said, this is a new NBA. It doesn't mean it's a bad NBA. It's just a new NBA, but it's still a great game to watch and a great series.
Okay. All right, T, I'm gonna take two of your takes together. The ones dealing with Boston.
Yeah.
Okay. What you're saying about them not having a championship mentality, I think they got a lot of truth to it, particularly when it comes to their star player, Jason Tatum. That man made first team All NBA this year now.
Mm-hmm.
Man made first team All NBA.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be all these questions about him and Jaylen Brown right now. Where people are talking about who's playing better.
Yeah. Who's the guy? That's right.
Win the series. That Jaylen Brown. No. One made first team All NBA. The other didn't make any of the All NBA teams.
Should be easy, right?
And Jaylen Brown is a good player. That's
is.
not what I'm saying. But when you make first team All NBA,
Right,
that means you are top 2 in your position in people's eyes at the forward spot. Now, center is different. They're going to move to the positionless ball thing as Tim G. Jacob called for. Okay, cool. So, at worst, he would have been second team.
Right.
Or maybe they would have kept him and moved Book off. But when you up that high, you consider one of them ones.
that's right.
And in these finals, Tatum is averaging 22 points a game, tied with Jaylen Brown. But for the year, he averaged, rounding, 27 a game. If you're one of them ones, those numbers have to go up.
That's right.
They got to go up.
That's facts.
Not 5 points down. They got to go up. And with him being 24 years old, that speaks to what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking back, okay, where were these guys that I think about at 24? At 24, did they rise to those moments at 24?
Right.
I go back to Mike. He hadn't made no finals by 24. Was he cutting up? Yes. He was going crazy, but he ain't have what Jason got with him.
No.
Okay. I go to Bean. Okay. Bean early years, he got Shaq. Okay. Well, you go to Magic got Kareem. You go to Bird, they stack. Like, so you one of them ones, but you got to do your job. You got to do your job. You got to come on to the party. You know what I'm talking about? Because I see some of the other guys being physical to go to the other part. Marcus Smart.
Oh, yeah.
They had that man post up Steph some the other game.
Yeah.
Okay. Couple times he was on the offensive board. Steph just couldn't do nothing with him. Steph Curry is 6'3". Steph done been in the weight room. But Marcus is big without weights.
Yeah.
Not saying he don't lift, but I'm just saying Marcus Smart, he can go all the way back to Oklahoma State.
Naturally big guy.
He's been a stout dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Been a stout guy. I see Time Lord. Time Lord being physical.
Great. He been great.
Time Lord be treating Draymond like a baby sometimes down there.
He been great.
Hey, cool. This is my boy. You just too low.
He been
You
great.
just too low. You know what I'm saying? He been doing his thing. But to your point, Wiggins and Looney been matching that energy though.
Yeah. Wiggins had what, 16 boards last game?
Yeah. The career high.
That's great.
And he should.
Yeah.
He's arguably the most athletic person on the floor. Him and
in
Williams,
the series. I agree.
Like they've been matching some energy. You know what I'm saying, with the physicality. So then where does it go? Well, Steph and Clay are not those athletes. So that's where Brown and Tatum, the athletes, supposed to come on. And Tatum, he's leaving a lot to be desired right now. You know what I'm saying? He really got to figure out a way to have a seance with Bean. Got to have a seance with Bean and go ahead and come on with it.
Well,
okay?
Well, he had on the wristband, and in the game 7 versus the Heat, he need to bring that back.
Yeah, he got to bring that back on.
Bring it back.
Because see, when he against the Heat, I love Jimmy buckets. I love Heat culture. but he wasn't facing the all-time great in that series. That boy Wardell,
Yeah,
is an all-time great.
yes, sir.
I'm not. Whoever's saying he top 5 now needs to be checked. They need to be checked, America. Okay, whoever's saying that. But I'm gonna say wherever you got AI,
Need to consider it. I know that's
drop,
right.
wherever you got Allen Iverson, drop Steph somewhere up in there.
And we love Allen Iverson on this show here.
We love AI. That's what I'm saying.
That's what we came up on.
Because AI was one way for real. Because he's small. Now, if he was 6'6", you better see me. But he was 6 feet, 100. I think they list him at 165.
Yeah.
Who, Allen?
Yeah, I think they might have listed him at.
Once he put his jersey and shoes on and stuff, he's 160, 165. Yeah, for sure.
Like, and he say he ain't lift no weights.
Yeah.
Steph is bigger than that. AI would play a passing lane. Steph would play a passing lane. You know what I'm talking about? They were the focal point of their offense.
Yeah.
Seemed like they never get tired. Okay. You got all these other guys doing the dirty work defensively. Now it's just a thing though. Steph's Aaron McKee can also get a bucket
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
Clay. You know what I'm talking about? Steph's Mutombo and Draymond can actually bring the ball up the floor. You feel me? So wherever you gonna put AI, wherever you got AI.
What? Okay, but that's tricky now because you almost sound slick Antoine Walker-ish.
No.
Like you saying AI top 20, top 10, top what we? Or you saying are we talking top?
Let me get that some thought because I ain't never. I don't know where I got AI. I've never gone that deep in a ranking. You know what I'm saying? We only just did top 10, I think maybe.
Yeah.
For the all-time joint. Oh no, that's another segment. That's another segment. But I'll let you know I have high esteem for Allen Iverson. I don't know what his middle name is. Because when you one of the ones, I usually try to use your whole government. You understand? Because he deserved it. But he's a bad boy. In terms of Draymond, we're gonna talk about him momentarily.
Yeah, make sure you tune into that segment.
We're gonna talk about him momentarily. But
it's Ezel, by the way.
Allen Ezel. That's so fitting.
Ezel Iverson.
That boy hood for real.
Ezel Iverson.
That boy
Easy.
That boy name is not no Allen Ezel Iverson.
EZAIL.
America, y'all better double check my brother right now because
that's what Google just told me.
And if you don't want to call him that, you know what you can call him, Bubba Chuck.
Bubba Chuck.
Bubba Chuck.
That doggone Chuck. So don't think I'm dissing Steph when I call him. Okay, we feel some type of way about Bubba Chuck over here. Okay.
Yeah, he's for the culture, man. He's for the culture when we were coming up, no doubt.
He changed the game. Y'all want to say Steph changed the game? That man changed the game.
Changed the game, man.
Okay, but Jason gonna have to come on with it. He facing one of them ones. Angry Steph. See, I had tweeted this out that I like angry Steph more than I like shimmy Steph.
Yeah.
Like I don't know who Steph was pointing at or looking at or whatever.
Right.
But somewhere in that first quarter, he was giving it to some Boston fans.
That's right.
And we'll get into this later. That Draymond, the one that really, really amped up the Boston fans.
Right.
But Steph, the one that wanted to smoke.
Answer the call.
Matter of fact, when Steve L. Kerr had taken them out in game 3, they went over there to Steph. That joker had a towel on his head and was just looking demented.
Yeah.
It was like this y'all know the movie The Joker. You know what I'm talking about? And you know how in the one that everybody raves about, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That version of Joker. What was that? Dark Knight?
Dark Knight.
Yeah. Steph had this little sadistic look on his face, bro. Like, I know what I'm finna do game 4.
Yeah.
And that scout came out there and did it. But now, to your point, Caesar, Michael Jordan was always like that.
Always.
Like he was always like baseline right there. And so it didn't take much. Like his baseline was crazy, and that's 30.
Yeah. And listen, for people who think we only want to harp on Mike, Larry Bird was the same way.
Yeah, baseline crazy. So
Yeah.
if you say something to them, you do anything to them. Now that baseline of 30 goes to Oh my
40,
God, buckets.
45.
But yeah, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
45.
You in trouble. You in trouble type of night. Yeah.
Mhm.
Steph baseline, Bron baseline.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are just really good dudes, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
really nice men.
You'd
You know
love
what I'm
you'd
saying?
love to play with LeBron James and Stephen Curry
I
in
would
that
say-
in that standpoint of you get the opportunity to share the wealth.
Bro, I would even say love to kick it with them.
Yeah.
Like I saw someone, Andre Iguodala, saying, "Man, I just play the game now to protect Steph Curry legacy." What?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what that man teammate said about him.
Yeah.
Mike,
How many
Mike
guys want to
teammate
hang out with
hated
Mike
him.
right now?
Yeah.
Boy, hate that man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Scotty hate him. Horace hate him.
Come on, man.
I guess Dennis don't care, so Dennis cool.
Yeah. Dennis
You know what I'm
crazy
saying?
too. So
BJ love him, but
Yeah.
it's like a handful of guys. Whereas Steph, bar none, all them boys like, man, that's my dog. Bron. Even the guys that we say Bron stands have done dirty. Kuz,
mm-hmm.
Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Just name the guys who Bron stands have attacked. They still love Bron.
Yeah.
They love LeBron. These are nice guys. Steph showed in game 4 that he got that little button in him. I don't know if they carries the game 5. They're going to be at home. They might be relaxed.
I don't know if they relaxed anymore.
Ime Udoka might get into Boston real good and have them come out.
This looked like was that Rocky? Was that 1 or 2? 1 he tied with Creed, right? And then 2 he beat.
2 he
Creed.
beat him. 2 he beat Creed. Yeah.
So this mo I'm gonna tell you what this looked like to me. This might be 3 with Mr. T with Clubber Lane. Because Clubber was just bigger and he was just more vile and vicious. And that's what people looked at Boston as, just this big, huge, physical, vile team.
But then the Warriors come into the series, the betting favorites.
I think there was to many that I think a lot of people who picked the Warriors wasn't show. I picked the Warriors and I'm show. Stephen A and all them, I don't think they were show.
Yeah.
You know,
You took it 7 though, T.
I said 7 because I'm gonna give respect to the fact that this team has way more talent. You could possibly argue this is the best assembly of starting 5 that Golden State has seen in their run. Like in their championship run, this is the best starting 5 they've seen. You could argue that.
That's a big statement.
You could argue that in terms of talent, because again, everybody the motto is the running statement has been they have more talent, they have more size, they have more. It's always what Boston has more of, but they don't have that CE. They don't have that championship experience, man, and that just makes a big difference. And if we get angry, Steph, for the next 3 games, or say we get it Monday night, he might finish it in Boston.
Yeah, if he becomes something different, than what we are accustomed to, then yes, that changes the entire platform. I don't know if he can reinvent himself that way. I know it will be fun to watch if he does.
But what's out there on the internet, he can.
All bets are off.
So what this one up here talking about? I'm gonna entertain it.
All bets are off if Steph Curry becomes this new version that we saw the other night, and it is a new version. Even when Steph has gone off and found a hot streak, it has been in a very nice fashion. You heard Wells say the shimmy after going off. But this is an angry, aggressive Steph Curry, and not just from 3-ball range. He was finding a way to find higher percentage baskets when getting to the rack too. So I think that part should not go unnoticed.
Yeah.
But Steph Curry, man, hell of a performance. We'll see if, just like the series has been going thus far, if Coach Ime Udoka and the Celtics can figure out a way to flip the script.
Yeah.
I want to know, T. I ain't finna let you get off this.
What did you lead in with?
Oh, you talking about you talking about the scandal. What is going on in the Curry family? We're the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. I don't know what's going on.
Bring it to the square. Bring it to the square.
I don't know what's going on. That ain't right. America.
T say if the Curry family can reinvent themselves that way, then surely Steph Curry can reinvent himself this way.
America. Y'all need to chime in and let us know what y'all had. What's the intel on it? Are they doing what was the Dave Chappelle skit? Where you did
what was that?
You swapped
wife swap,
something like that.
Yeah.
What's our boy name? Harold
Leonard Washington.
Leonard Washington.
Yeah.
That boy Leonard Washington went over there. One.
Dave Chappelle, man.
Yeah. Who in the hell is bro? There it is. Leonard Washington.
Dave Chappelle, goat, man.
That boy had that lightsaber where he had the girl vibrator. I found your lightsaber.
Dave Chappelle, one of the greatest of all time, man. My goodness.
That bet not be what's going on right now. And if it is, we better have Angry Steph the rest of the way.
Tanya, go on up in there and do what you're going to do now. I'm going to be over here.
But look, in 2016, he fell off down the stretch.
Right.
So we need to have that in reverse. Okay? Because he showed love to his parents now after the game.
Yeah, no doubt.
Love from both of them.
No
That's
doubt.
how good a dude he is.
That's who we're accustomed to.
That's who he is, man.
Turn on your mentions, Wardell. Okay, matter of fact, no, don't turn on your mentions.
Yeah, don't turn
them on.
If
you see it and you're angry still, I'm gonna be wrong with my pick. My brother Tim G. Jacob gonna be right with his pick. Okay, but my young boy will get a ring. So either way, it'll be all right. But Kobe's legacy better stay intact. Y'all better stop it.
That statue finna lean if this boy get this title.
And this gonna be me.
And I'm telling you right now, you gonna be the only statue you gonna
holding up.
Because every other statue you touch is down.
Men, stop that. Now, see, y'all see how they do me, America. I don't do that. But America, y'all chime in, tell me what you thought about my brother Tim.
Demolition Man.
Take away. Y'all see how they do me. Y'all see how they do me, America. Y'all see how they do me. Put it on something. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me across all social media platforms. Like the videos and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.